Hi, today I'm going to show you how to switch costumes and backdrops in Scratch and how to move sprites. I already have two sprites picked out. If you don't know where to find them, you can click here to find a new sprite or draw your own. I also have two backdrops already picked out. If you go down here, you can find backdrops or color your own. We're going to start out with our cat. When the green flag is clicked, when our program starts, we're going to want the cat to move down to this corner every single time. So by doing this, we're going to click on the cat and go to events. When the green flag's clicked is when our program starts. And we're going to want it to go to certain coordinates. So we're going to get set to X and set to Y. This whole board is a coordinate plane. You can see X and Y change as you move it around. Over here is the positive X and the negative X. Up here is the positive Y and the negative Y is down here. We're going to want it to be down in this left corner. So we're going to set X to about negative 185 and Y to negative 130. Now if we attach it to the flag, you can see when it's clicked, it moves exactly where we want it to go. So changing these numbers depends on where the cat is going to go in this plane. Now we're going to want it to be able to move left and right. So we're going to get when the space key is pressed. When you go down on this arrow with the space key, you can choose which button you want to press. So we're going to use the right arrow and the left arrow because that makes the most sense. Now we're going to go to motion and it's going to say move 10 steps. So we're going to hit play, but you notice that the left and the right arrows still move it to the right. That's because left is the opposite direction, so it's going to need to be a negative number. By making these numbers bigger, it will move faster. So let's say we want it to go 40. And by making them smaller, then it will move slower. So now when we hit the green flag, it will move a little faster, and then the left will go the opposite direction. So we're done with our cat for now, and we're going to go to the dinosaur. Say we want when the cat to hit the dinosaur will switch costumes, and the backdrop will change. So we're going to go to the events, and when the green flag is clicked, because that's when our program starts. You're going to go to controls and forever, because after the green flag is clicked, you still want it to happen. And we're going to make this costume change by using an if-then statement. If-then statements are when you want something to happen, and then something to happen because of the first event. So we're going to set this inside the forever bracket, and go to sensing. There's a whole bunch of options in here if you want it to change because it's touching a sprite or a certain color, and you can choose the colors in here. So we're going to choose this first one and put it in there. Because if it is touching sprite 1, then we're going to want the looks to change. So we're going to go to looks. And we're going to want to switch costumes. If you go up here, you can see that the dinosaur has different costumes that's already made. We're going to want to change the second costume because this makes him look angry. If you need help reflecting it, over here is the two reflecting tools, and right here is the set costume, the center of it. So we're going to go back to our scripts, and we're going to say dinosaur 1B. We also want the backdrop to change, so we're going to go to switch backdrop. And right here you can choose ones that you've already picked out, and I'm going to set it to village. Now when we hit the flag, our cat can move, it goes in the corner we want, and when it hits the dinosaur, it changes costume and the backdrop. So that is how you make sprites move and change costume and backdrop.